49ers Cal-Hi Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on 49ers Cal-Hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank. Lots of league races now in full swing, and we have the big game highlights. We'll see Acalanes and Campo Lindo, Clayton Valley battle San Ramon Valley, and the Bruce Mahoney game with St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Cathedral.
You'll see exciting volleyball action including Monte Vista and Los Gatos, water polo featuring Sacred Heart Prep and Menlo, and the San Lorenzo football player supporting his mom as she battles cancer. It's all right now on 49ers Cal-Hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal-Hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week in the West Catholic League where two teams tied for second place meeting this week. The Bellarmine Bells are 3-3. The Bells with a talented defense led by senior linebacker Brandon Brock, who averages 9 tackles a game.
Yeah, he's really good. The Midi Monarchs come in with a 5-1 record. Senior quarterback Wills Towers having a great season, throwing for 1,230 yards and 14 touchdowns. The Bells and Monarchs Friday night.
The Bellarmine student section getting all fired up for the big West Catholic showdown against Midi. The Bells get on the board first. Parker Threet fires and hits Fisher White, who just gets into the end zone. 7-0 Bellarmine. But the Monarchs answer back later in the quarter. Wills Towers throws over the middle to a wide-open Caden Allard, and Caden will coast in for the score. It's tied up at 7 after 1. Second quarter now when Towers connects with Ben Kim, who runs down the far sideline for a big gain. Midi would cap off the drive with a field goal. 10-7 Monarchs at the half. Bellarmine comes right back in the second half. Threet finds Joe Fuqua in the end zone. 14-10 Bells after 3. Midi trying to respond in the fourth, but the pass is tipped and picked off by Noel Diaz, and the Bells are back in business. Bellarmine takes advantage of the turnover as Connor Tripp drills a 33-yard field goal through the uprights. 17-10 Bells, but Midi answers back on the ensuing kickoff. Danny Scudero takes this one for the 10-yard line. Danny gets a couple blocks, runs down the sideline, and he is gone! 90 yards to the house as the Midi Monarchs tied the game up at 17-all. Then literally a few seconds later, the pass is picked off by Steven Anaya, and Steven will scamper in for the touchdown. It's 24-17 Midi. The Monarchs add on later in the quarter. Ty Yoshida connects with Danny Scudero, who hauls it in for a 24-yard touchdown as Midi wins it 31-17 to go to 2-1 in the West Catholic League.
Lowell hosting Washington in the city on Friday afternoon. The Cardinals push it in their first drive of the game, then Angelo Ornelas flies around the scrum and tears down the line. He tumbles in to score the first touchdown of the day. Lowell scores again to lead by 12 after a quarter. But then 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter, James Mertz hands off to Tommy Comer. Comer jukes his way past man after man. A quick left into an opening and one last nice block from Jefferson Bonilla, and Tommy Comer gets the Eagles on the board. Washington scores again less than a minute later, and then with half a minute to go in the half, Zach Gillern comes down with the interception. Eagles get the ball back, and this time James Mertz unloads right into the arms of Jefferson Bonilla, and he finishes it off. Washington leads 20-12 at halftime and scores right out the gate in the third quarter. But Lowell fighting back. Angelo Ornelas launches to Sean Hill, and a little hot potato, but Hill pulls it in to cut the lead. Both teams score again to make it 32-26, and we go to the fourth. Lowell pushes it to the red zone, and Gavin Barry-Smith punches it in, and Lowell completes the two-point conversion to lead 34-32. But Washington gets it right back. James Mertz hits Daraj Gurung. Gurung darts past defenders and takes off. He dashes down the sideline, pushes off one final defender, and is all on his own as he takes back the Eagles' lead with an 84-yard touchdown run. Gurung's third score of the day. Washington will score one more, and the Eagles stay undefeated in league with their 52-34 win.
It's senior night for Heritage as the Patriots host the Deer Valley Wolverines. Patriots starting the game on fire. Brooks loose with the cross-court pass to Madison Cruz, who launches a cruise missile to get the point. 9-2 Heritage. Patriots pull away and not look back. Natalie Labarge sends a shot over the net that hits the line for the kill. Heritage takes set 125-7. Wolverines down 10 in the second. The senior Sonia Maka sends an unreturnable hit to cut the lead. Deer Valley kept chipping away at the lead. Elon Smith with the quick reflexes to hit the ball over the net, and it stays in bounds. Look at the excitement, cutting the lead to 4. Brooks Luce with a perfect pass to Cruz, and that connection was on point all night long. Heritage wins the second, 25-20. Wolverines down 9 in the third, looking for a point, but Chisholm Okafariz solid at the net all night long for Heritage. She puts up the roof there. The first place Heritage Patriots holding on to a big lead. Brooks Luce back sets to Brenna Gleason, who gets up high and slams the ball down. Heritage goes on to win the third set 25-11 and stay perfect at 8-0 in the Bay Valley League.
Senior night at Sacred Heart Prep as the Gator seniors were honored before the game. The Knights get on the board first. Erica Fenya fires and hits from long distance, 1-0 Menlo. But the Gators answer back. Charlotte Summy fights off her defender and finds the back of the net to tie the game at 1. Then later in the quarter, Vivian Golub skips one past the keeper as Sacred Heart Prep takes a 2-1 lead after 1. Second quarter now, and Natalia Sherba finds a wide open Margaret Brandon, who shoots and scores for the goal. Now it's Riley Hawker to Summy to Golub, and Vivian gets the backhand shot to go. 6-1 Sacred Heart Prep. Menlo gets one back later in the quarter. Malia Chavinson passing inside to Kenya Cassidy, and Kenya fires at home. 10-4 SHP at the half. The Gators continue their momentum into the second half. Claire Yansuni over to Jacqueline Hickenbotham, and Jackie gets one of her 2 goals of the game as Sacred Heart Prep wins it 12-5. Vivian Golub leading all scorers with 4 goals.
Each week, the Rikes Center helps us honor the Players of the Week.
The players announced in a wrap produced by the good folks at the Rikes Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikes Players of the Week.
Yeah. 49 and Cal High. Check it out now. Yo, it's looking like we got some regulars. Not ever leaving even when we were looking for other competitors. What is special about? Why more special than Luke Baker? Who's greater than the one that make fun of you haters? 5 touchdowns and 3 of them in 1 quarter. Don't be dumb, order him to be the top gun for the Wolves, ready to howl. At the stats, damn, 513 yards, that's a bad man. But wait though, here we go again, let's be honest. This is what we call playing in progress, a game in process, following JV and Thomas. 10K starter built for fame, we can prime. Close game, no shame for the Mac House. Thomas got 4 touchdowns for the loud crowd. Bounce now, everybody if you a warrior. But you gotta worry for another glory story for the Players of the Week. Yeah, 49er Cal High. Gary Rikes, Players of the Week. Mace, yay!
U.S. Bank presents the Coach of the Week each week.
Here is this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to Irvington High School football head coach Matt Kaufman. The Irvington Vikings extend their record to 5-1 after a big 36-31 victory over the Washington Huskies. Since their first loss in Week 1, the Vikings have now won 5 in a row, and they are 1-0 in league play. Coach Kaufman will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishments. Congratulations to Coach Kaufman, this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's Dr. Michael Freehill with this week's tip.
A significant issue to be aware of as baseball season approaches is arm pain. Most of the time, arm pain represents fatigue or soreness just from throwing, or maybe throwing a little too much. The key is to stop throwing when you have arm pain. Studies have shown there is anywhere from 7 to 36 times the odds of sustaining a real injury to the throwing arm if you throw through pain and fatigue. Make sure your coaches are paying attention to the recommended pitch count rules with limits on pitches and days of rest after pitching.
Coming up, our NCS SunPower electric game with the Diablo Foothill League battle for first place with Acalanes and Capolindo.
And Peninsula Volleyball with Aragon and Burlingame as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
The Cornerstone program at the LEXUS Center is a multifaceted athletic performance program for college-bound and collegiate athletes. Cornerstone training focuses on high-level lifting, explosive strength training, and sport-specific movements. Speed training, 3D metrics with Proteus. Athletic movements, power and strength training, all done with experienced performance coaches. Got goals? Come to the LEXUS Center.
Yeah, let's redo the basement.
Hello, home movie theater.
Spare bedroom.
Why not both? Use the U.S. Bank mobile app to apply for a home improvement loan. It's easy.
Wonderful, Alex.
Hey, that's what U.S. Bank is for. Anything else?
How about a loan for a bigger car? Our family is growing.
Oh.
Yeah, my brother's moving in with his 5 dogs.
Oh.
Hey-o!
And we're expecting.
Expecting what?
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a big reason why we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley. The quality is what keeps our customers satisfied and wanting to use DevCon for their future projects. DevCon Construction, building our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By SunPower Electric, proud partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By Service Champions, high five service, champion attitude, service champions. By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. And by the LEXUS Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
It doesn't get any better than this. 2 undefeated teams, 6-0 on the season, meeting for first place in the Diablo Foothill League.
Acalanes meeting Campo Lindo at Campo Friday night. It's also this week's NCS SunPower Electric game. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Electric game.
We got a packed house for you in Moraga as unbeaten Campo Lindo takes on unbeaten Acalanes. This game features 2 of the top receivers in the Diablo Foothill League. For the Dons, keep an eye on Trevor Rogers. Last week, the junior racked up 130 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns in a 42-0 victory over Las Lomas. And for the Cougars, watch out for Robbie Mascaroni. Last week, this talented receiver finished with 121 yards and 1 touchdown against Benicia. Buckle up for this rivalry showdown. It's Acalanes taking on Campo Lindo in our NCS SunPower Electric game.
The Red Sea is all fired up for this matchup. First quarter, Campo on the move. Dashiell Weaver fires a pass to Robbie Mascaroni, and the senior brings a few defenders with him to the end zone for a 13-yard touchdown. PAT good, 7-zip Cougars. But the Dons storm back. Sully Bailey connects with Andrew Habas, who is down at the 1-yard line with this catch. Bailey scores on the QB sneak on the very next play to tie the game at 7. Jump to the second quarter, still tied at 7. Acalanes looking to connect on the deep ball, but the pass is picked off by Robbie Mascaroni. The senior keeps the play alive and gets taken down at the 40-yard line, and Campo would capitalize off the turnover as Weaver uncorks his ball to Mascaroni for his second touchdown of the ball game. 14-7 Campo Lindo. Final minute of the first half. Sully Bailey connects with Trevor Rogers, and the junior reaches to get out of bounds to stop the clock to set up a field goal attempt by Zach Murden. This from 47 yards out, and the kick is good, and Murden is popped up. 14-10 Campo Lindo at the half. Jake Baselli comes in that quarterback to start the third quarter. Baselli showing off the arm strength, takes a shot down the field and finds Ethan Torres for a 64-yard touchdown. How about that? 17-14 Acalanes, and the Don student section is on their feet. But Campo marches back, scoring 13 unanswered points, including this touchdown from Weaver, the Tim Dougherty. Cougars looking to pull away up 27-17, but Baselli says not so fast. Don's on the move. Baselli with a quick screen pass to Torres, who makes his way in for a 6-yard touchdown. Don's cut the deficit to 3. Acalanes would get the football one last time late in the fourth, looking for a big play down the field, but the pass is intercepted by James Giordani. Campo Lindo remains unbeaten, beating Acalanes 27-24.
I mean, it's always supportive when you turn around on the sideline and you see that massive wave of red. They showed out great. Once again, I just got to thank this community for being so supportive.
In Moraga with the NCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The Burlingame Panthers ready to take the court against league rival Aragon. The Panthers in charge early. Mallory Nowitzki to setter Sophia Nifsen. Nice back set to Ella Duong, who goes hard line. The Panthers looking for more in the first, but the Dons. Jordan Lee gets way up for the block. Eric Jordan doing the job. Burlingame takes the first 27-25. Morgan Toomey to Nifsen. Deep to Maddie Langlanese. Panthers lead 1-0. Burlingame also in charge in the second. Nowitzki to Nifsen, who sends it deep to Toomey, who takes the angle, a monster kill. Panthers take the second. Victoria Happ to Jillian Kinneris. A cross-court set to Duong, who splits the block. She's a sophomore. Down 2-0. Aragon looking to mount a comeback. Isabella Bartlewski to Jordan Lee. Back to Bartlewski. Hard line for the Dons point. Dons up in the third, but the Panthers' Morgan Toomey sets up the roof, and it's tight to the end. Aragon takes the third. Sophie Rubenstein to lead to the middle block. Jessica Castroviejo. The Dons up in the fourth. Kathleen Suion to Lee over to Rubenstein, and Sophie, the sophomore, rips it home. Set point in the fourth now. Bartlewski to Lee over to Grace Nye, who rips it off the defender, and we go to a fifth and final set, and the Dons complete their comeback. Suion to Lee to Bartlewski, and the Dons are fired up with a hard-fought 5-set win. Lots of players involved in the Aragon attack. Aragon, Burlingame, and Hillsdale all now with 2 losses up top the Bay Division.
Service Champions is the champion when it comes to HVAC sales and championship service.
This week's Service Champion Student Spotlight is Shannon McCabe from Los Altos. Shannon plays volleyball for the Eagles. On campus, Shannon is part of the Community Emergency Response Team and Fight Overdose Clubs. CERT helps communities prepare for disasters. Shannon started the Fight Overdose Club, aiming to teach how to be CPR certified and to prevent, recognize, and treat overdose. Congrats to Shannon on all your hard work.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner every week.
This celebrates the great work done by the Spirit Squads all around the Bay Area. Here's the combined Mercy, Burlingame, Notre Dame, Belmont cheer and dance teams.
To the A, to the S-T-E-Y, girl, you tasty. T, to the A, to the S-T-E-Y, girl, you tasty.
Fergalicious definition, make them boys go loco. They want my treasures, so they get their pleasures from my photo. I'm the S to the E-R, G the I, the E, and can no other lady put it down like me. I'm Fergalicious. They want a slice of what I got. Fergalicious. Tasty.
Coming up, a huge East Bay League showdown with Clayton Valley and San Ramon Valley.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for volleyball.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days, they're curious, kind, and resilient. A generation of givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. That's why at Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to providing families with nutritious, organic, American Humane certified smoothies. And now, organic lactose-free whole milk and organic DHA omega-3 plus choline milk. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, MATTRESS Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
MATTRESS worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, MATTRESS works for me.
Put our premier savings account to work for you, now paying up to 25 times the national average. MATTRESS Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
We are the Sarah Padres, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports!
We're back with San Ramon Valley's first game in the East Bay Mountain Division. The Wolves very impressive in the preseason with a 5-1 record, with junior quarterback Luke Baker throwing for over 2,000 yards already this season.
Clayton Valley opened league play last week with a win, with senior quarterback Christian Aguilar throwing for 1,525 yards this season. Two top QBs going at it in San Ramon on Friday night.
The San Ramon Valley Wolves band warming up the crowd as we prepare for this East Bay League contest. Clayton Valley rolling early play action pass as Christian Aguilar hits Hank Pfiffer as the junior baseball star makes the catch. A 54-yard touchdown and a 7-0 Ugly Eagles lead. Late first quarter handed to Micah Avery, and Avery weaves his way 32 yards, 14-0 Uggs, 3 minutes to go in the first. Later in the first now, the Wolves come back. Luke Baker fires and hits sophomore tight end Marco Jones to cut the lead to 14-7. Clayton Valley driving the pass is complete to Pfiffer, who takes a huge hit from Caleb Padrid and hangs on. That's a dirt bag right there. Later same drive handed to Nick Kashabi, 5 yards, and the Ugly Eagle lead is 21-7 in the second. Later in the second, more Ugly Eagles as Aguilar fires a pretty pass up the gut to Emilio Strange, and a big gain as Strange dives deep into Wolves territory. Micah Avery gets the 2-yard touchdown, 28-7 Clayton Valley at the half. Third quarter, and Avery bounces off the pile, goes to the far sideline, and scores his third touchdown of the game. It's 35-14 Uggs. Crazy play here as Baker hits Padrid. The ball is punched ahead by Jake Dern, but there in the end zone to recover is Zach Dodson. That's a Wolves touchdown, 35-21. The Eagles extend their lead as Aguilar buys time rolling out and finally finds Devin Amos in the end zone as Clayton Valley opens league play with an impressive win. The team was in a celebrating mood right after the game.
Shabuya, 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 roll call. My name is Coach Marv. Yeah. I rock Jordans and shorts. Yeah. Hey fellas. Yeah. Your team of the week on Cal High Sports. Yeah.
The Matadors march into the Cat Den as Los Gatos host Monte Vista in a thriller. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Wildcats up 2 in the first set. Kay Vanderbosch sets to Allison Black, who attacks the hardwood for the point, but the Matadors use great defense to go up 19-17. Samantha Tong goes up high for the block as Monte Vista takes set 1, 25-18. It was all Matadors in the second set. Krupa Shanware with the cross-court set to Sydney Sue, and Sue knew what to do. Matadors take set 2, 25-15. Set 3, and the Wildcats get back in the game. The Vanderbosch-Black duo was stellar the whole night. Los Gatos at set point. Maya Walker back sets to Hannah Slover for the vicious kill as Wildcats take set 3, 25-19. Wildcats up 18-15. Vanderbosch was perfect with her passing all night. This pass finds UC Santa Barbara commit Slover for the thunderous slam. But the Matadors fight back. Evelyn Shia dives for the dig and gets the point. Great effort by Shia. Los Gatos at set point. Sasha Binns comes up huge with this block that takes set 4, 27-25, and we are going to set 5. Fifth set was going back and forth. Sarah Herman with an incredible dig. Emma Lawler scratches at the ball that finds the gap. The Wildcats are up 3. Wildcats have clawed their way back into the game, and Slover puts on the exclamation point for this match and poses for the camera. Wildcats use one of their 9 lives to come back from the dead to get the win with 2 players with at least 20 kills.
Ice hockey is back with the Sharks Ice High School Hockey League, and 2 great teams this week.
That's right, we got Valley Christian and St. Francis going at it on the ice.
Hockey is back, and there's a new team in town, St. Francis, as they take on Valley Christian. First period, Nicholas Lai delivers a centering pass to Xander Almazaj, who rips a shot between the pipes to give St. Francis a 1-0 lead. Back come the Warriors. Cam Britt looks to put a shot on net, but Logan DeFreitas gets a piece of this puck that trickles in, all tied at 1 after 1. The Warriors would tack on 2 early goals in the second frame, and both of them came from Sean Adams with a defender on him. Adams goes top shelf to find the back of the net. one of his 3 goals in the game. But St. Francis storms back. Here's a shot that goes off the goaltender, but Josh Phillips is there for the rebound and finishes with the backhand. More St. Francis in the second period. 2-on-2 Phillips passes it to Parker Smith, who finds the back of the cage with this nice finish. 3-2 St. Francis. Just under 3 minutes left. The other Phillips, Zach Phillips, weaves his way through traffic, dodging the defenders, and sneaks this puck past the goalie to extend the lead to 2. Both teams tacked on a goal late to make it 5-3 after 2 periods. Third frame, Warriors not going away in this high-scoring affair as Adams feeds a centering pass to Kean Kabosh, who gets this puck past the goalie to make this a 1-goal game. And these teams were trading goals throughout the contest. Kenneth Brown finds a cutting Josh Phillips, and once again, Phillips gets this goal to go near the crease for one of his 4 goals in the contest. St. Francis wins its first game in the Sharks High School Ice Hockey League, beating Valley Christian 8-7. In our Sharks Ice Hockey Player of the Week is Josh Phillips. Number 10 had himself a game, scoring 4 goals along with 2 assists to secure the victory.
U.S. Bank helps us bring stories each week of athletes who inspire us.
Aubrey, this week's inspirational athlete is a football player from San Lorenzo, supporting his mom as she battles breast cancer. Afternoon practice at San Lorenzo High. This is where you can find DJ Pareja every afternoon all school year. DJ is a 3-sport star, right now playing wideout and linebacker for the Grizzlies varsity. DJ wears pink gloves on the field to honor his mom, who is right now battling breast cancer.
Yeah, just a regular thing. When I turned 40, they found something. They had been keeping an eye on it. I guess eventually, finally, 3 years later, it became cancerous.
I was scared. Initially, it was a shocker. I remember hearing her saying that she had some tests done, and we thought that we would be okay, and it ended up coming out positive for cancer.
Coming to practice every day is a way for DJ to forget about his mom's battle for a time. When he makes a tackle in a game, DJ knows his mom is watching from the stands. He knows he is lucky to have her there to witness his senior season.
All I could think about is I want to be here for my kids. I want to be able to see them. They're both very active in sports, and it's DJ's. He's coming up on his senior year, and I didn't want to miss all that. So it was a big deal for me.
Most of the time, it is curable. It's going to be a rough couple of years. When you first find out, it's going to take a toll on you a little bit, but eventually sadly it'll become normal to hear, I had radiation treatment today and this is how it went.
DJ, his mom, and little sister have learned a lot about breast cancer. They know the type of cancer Jacqueline has is curable, but there is the scare of learning a loved one has cancer and now must battle to beat it.
It was hard. I had to fight through it. It was during baseball season. I had a game the next day. I had to fight through it, and the emotions were up and down, but I always like to think positive when it came to this stuff, so I just try to keep my head up.
I'm doing good. I'm currently going through radiation treatment. This is my beginning of my third week of treatment. I have 4 weeks. Overall, I'm doing pretty good.
DJ starts on both sides of the ball for San Lorenzo. The team is battling through a tough first part of the season, hoping to get better as the season goes on. That's the same story with his mom. DJ does what he can to help her fight every day.
Just be there for her, support her, just maybe sit down on the couch and watch a movie, just enjoy time with her.
Meantime, DJ comes here to practice every day, dedicated to his team just as he is dedicated to his mom.
He is a warrior, and he understands that outside of his personal life about his mom, he still comes to practice. He practices hard and he plays hard, so that it means a lot to me and to the team.
DJ will wrestle this winter and play baseball this spring, confident his mom will be there to watch him all the way through. Jacqueline continues to receive treatment, but really is feeling good and going to the games and is optimistic that she is going to beat that cancer.
And with her son by her side, I'm sure she has all the support she needs.
Yeah, he's a great young man.
Yeah. MATTRESS Credit Union honors teachers every week with the MATTRESS Merit Award.
Here's Luke Duncan from Miramani talking about his favorite teacher, Scott Bezad.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Bezad. Shout out to Mr. Bezad. He's my government econ teacher. He's just a great guy. I don't know, helps us learn in a nice, fun way, and he's a funny dude, so he's the man.
Coming up on Mattress Firm Perfect Match as we jump into the pool with Sacred Heart Prep and Menlo.
And Irvington hosts Mount Eden as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank continues.
Everyone can learn. Sometimes it's the teacher who makes all the difference. At Math Enrichment, we use only top-rated credentialed teachers. Our fully accredited WASC schools allow you to move up to advanced classes in high school and get high school credit. Math Enrichment has fun, recreational activities helping to make your math experience a joy. You can learn even advanced math, and we can help make it happen. Sign up at mathenrichment.net or at one of our many Bay Area locations. Use the Cal High promo code for the best possible price.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. You'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Tim never leaves his wife's side. But since junk sleep gave him a crick in his neck,
who's there?
He can't turn his head to see her. Now he's convinced she's left him.
Michelle?
Only our Love Your Mattress guarantee gets you the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it.
You came back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By LEXUS of Stevens Creek, we get it. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Sharks Eyes, the official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda. By MATTRESS Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. By DevCon, build, perform, design, sustain. And by Math Enrichment, learn, achieve, have fun.
Each week, Mattress Firm helps us find a great match on the field or court, just like they try and find a great match for you in a mattress. This week, it's a water polo matchup with the top two teams in the West Catholic League.
The Atherton rivals meeting at Menlo this week in our Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
A big crowd at Menlo College to see these rivals battle for first place. The Gators swimming well early. Jake Sotadze, the pass to the hole for Hassan Hove, who gets mugged but still gets the shot to go. Moments later in transition, Harrison Rowland winds up and fires it home. That gets a fist pump. The Gators get 3 goals in the first 2 minutes. Will Swart, a nice pass inside to Hove, who one-times it in. 3-0 Gators. More Sacred Heart Prep. Swart from way out, and that's a rocket goal for the senior. 4-0 Gators. Sotadze is getting beaten up in front, drawing the ejection. The pass goes out to Andrew Spencer, right back to Sotadze for another Sacred Heart Prep goal. A big game for Menlo's Tommy Kiesling, who fires in one of his 5 goals in the match right here to cut the Gators' lead to 8-2. Just moments left in the first, the Menlo goalie Cormac Malloy comes up and fires it in from way out, but the Gators continue to control the action. Sotadze with another of his 4 assists in the match. Luke Backler throws it home. Second half, and Backler with another of his 3 goals in the match. We finish it off with the sophomore Nelson Harris from up top. Nelson celebrating his parents' anniversary with a nice goal there as the Gators win big to move all alone in first place in the West Catholic League.
It was a big game for us. We wanted to come out here and make a statement. We didn't want it to be close, and we put in that work the past week and came from up down south and played really well. And it was a great team win, and came out here, had some lockdown defense, and converted that to offense, and very proud of us.
The Irvington cheerleaders welcoming their Knights against Mount Eden. Jack Willemubber with the highlights. Just 2 minutes into the game, quarterback Kyrie Fudge Crawford faking the handoff and shooting it to Danny Battres, who breaks some tackles and races down the far sideline, 53 yards, and the Monarchs are flying. An amazing catch and run for Battres. Monarchs driving again with 5 minutes left in the first. Kyrie finding Battres again as the senior wideout has another big play, 13-0 Mount Eden. And the Monarchs continue to dominate this game. Second quarter now as Kyrie tosses it to Marcus Jones, who spreads his wings to get another touchdown for the Monarchs to make it 19-0 Mount Eden. Last minute of the second quarter, Irvington quarterback Orion Shaw passes it to Jovan Bassara to get the Knights a field goal, making it 19-3 Mount Eden at the half. This Jones touchdown making it 32-3 Monarchs. Hand it to Jones again to take it 25 yards and set up another touchdown, 39-3 Mount Eden. Now watch this. The snap for the extra point is low, but Jacob Gastrock gobbles it up and races into the end zone. Everything going right for Mount Eden as the Monarchs go 4-3 on the season, 41-3 Mount Eden. Beautiful games for both Danny Battrez and Marcus Jones.
LEXUS of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Grace Whitfield from Tamalpais High School. Grace volunteers for Mill Valley Parks and Rec, where she recently helped create a butterfly garden at the Mill Valley Community Center. Grace shares her favorite part as a volunteer.
I think my favorite part of volunteering is helping the community, and it just feels good. Like, there's no reason not to do it. I think people should get into volunteering because it helps their community, and in whatever aspect you do, it will make a difference.
Gallo Salami salutes top athletes looking to play beyond high school.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Robbie Mascaroni from Camp Alindo. Robbie is the top receiver for the Cougars, garnering offers from Virginia, Air Force, Army, San Diego, Cal Poly, and several Ivy League schools.
Coming up, it's the oldest rivalry west of the Mississippi as St. Ignatius meets Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And East Bay League volleyball with San Ramon Valley and Amador Valley. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank. We are back at Levi Stadium with the big rivalry game as Sacred Heart Cathedral meets St. Ignatius. The Bruce Mahoney game always has a huge crowd as alums from both schools pack Kezar Stadium.
That's right. Bill Bruce and Jerry Mahoney were World War II veterans from the schools. SI has a big lead in the series, but the Irish looking to close the gap in the game played at Kezar Stadium Friday night.
The Bruce Mahoney game, a tradition between St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Cathedral. First quarter and SI trying to get something going. Soren Hummel hits JJ Casey and he hustles down the line before tumbling to the ground. But the Fightin' Irish defense was just stingy. Out of nowhere, Benjamin Hatch comes hurtling in for the big sack as the quarter expires. Then at the top of the second, nowhere to go, and Zahir Young lunges in for the tackle, and the safety puts Sacred Heart Cathedral on the board. A few minutes later, Aiden McGrath throws a laser to Isaiah Kishkin. He's brought down, but the Irish in great field position. Then Aiden McGrath hands off to Jerry Mixon Jr., and he dives in to score. SHC gets the two-point conversion to extend its lead to 10. Final seconds of the half, and the Irish have another chance, but Atticus Moustakis says no. The diving interception ends the threat, and Sacred Heart Cathedral takes a 10-point lead to halftime. Halfway through the third, Aiden McGrath fires to Michael Kolonico, and he hangs on to it. Then another chance for the Irish, but this time Pierre St. Jean leaps and comes down with the interception in the end zone to keep Sacred Heart Cathedral's lead at 10. Final minutes of the game, SI has a chance, but John Murphy snags it. The pick will do it for the Fightin' Irish. Sacred Heart Cathedral wins this year's Bruce Mahoney game.
Adrian Soriano here in Pleasanton as San Ramon Valley takes on Amador Valley. The Wolves on the attack in set one. Audrey Ross to Morgan Dates to Lucy Shertock, and Lucy puts it away. Then later in the set, it's Iris Buttles over to Dates, and Morgan sets it up perfectly for an Ellie Hunt kill as San Ramon Valley wins set 1 25-16. Amador Valley looking to answer in set two. Mackenzie Mapes to Sam Ritter to Charlotte Kelly for the big time spike, but the Wolves answer back. Lauren Fitzgerald bumps it, Morgan Dates sets it, and Audrey Ross spikes it down with authority. My goodness. Then it's Nolani Seo to Dates, who sets up Ross for another emphatic kill as SRV wins set 2 25-17. Amador Valley trying to start the comeback in set 3. Madison May bumps it over to Ritter, and Sam sets it up for another Charlotte Kelly finish, but SRV turns up the dial later in the set. Audrey Ross to Morgan Dates, who dumps it over for the kill. Now it's Buttles to Dates to Ross, and Audrey puts this one away as San Ramon Valley wins it in 3 straight sets to go to 9-1 in the East Bay League.
Math Enrichment is the Bay Area leader in quality tutoring to help you become a scholar athlete.
So Math Enrichment brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Vivian Gilbert from the Hillsdale volleyball team. Vivian with a perfect 4.0 GPA.
Albany's Construction is back with us again this year, presenting the Dirty Work play.
This is a play showing the type of grit and determination shown by all the workers at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work play goes to Bo Milligan from Northgate. Bo with a diving interception in a tight game last week. Bo Milligan doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction. Coming up, our CCS SunPower Electric game as Burlingame meets Sacred Heart Prep.
And later, it's Half Moon Bay and Menlo as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain. Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can U.S. Bank help us there? We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes. That would be a big help. Huge. Jumbo. Ginormous.
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. We'll get there together.
The RICA Center's Community Service Program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the RICA Center has to offer, our Community Service Program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the RICA Center.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
This week's CCS SunPower Electric game features the Sacred Heart Prep Gators coming into this game with an impressive 5-1 record.
Burlingame is playing well this season with a 1-1 league record and looking to knock off the first place Gators. It's our CCS SunPower Electric game. Our Ivan Garcia was there.
Electric game. It's that time of the week, Friday Night Lights. The Burlingame Panthers host the Sacred Heart Prep Gators in this week's Electric game. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but the Gators are feeling great. The Gators are 5-1 on the season and opened up league play last week with an impressive win over Half Moon Bay. Senior Shea O'Kelly has played a huge role on the defensive side. The 6'2" middle linebacker leads the team in tackles and is tied for first in sacks. Panthers will have to rely on their Swiss Army man, Lucas Haybelt, to get their offense rolling. Haybelt leads the team with 7 touchdowns, and the senior is also the starting kicker and is 3 for 3 on field goals. Will the Gators swim away with the win, or will the Panthers claw their way to victory? Find out in our CCS Electric game.
SHP got the ball first and moved the chains in a hurry. Mitchell Taylor finds Carter Shaw, who leaps up to make the catch and needs to be taken down by 3 defenders to get the first down. A few plays later, Anthony Noto rushes it in from a yard out, PT good, and it's 7-0 Gators after 1. Into the second, Burlingame driving down the field. Liam Friedman scrambles to his left and somehow finds his tight end, Zach Shapiro, open for the first down. Nice catch there. But this Gators defense was hungry. Eliseo Buffington applies the pressure, and RJ Stevens brings down the quarterback for the sack. As the second quarter ends, SHP up 7. Early in the third, Panthers decide to go for it on 4th and short, but Shea O'Kelly wraps up the runner to deny the first down, and it's a turnover on downs. Gators have to settle for a 27-yard Sean Tinsley field goal, and it's 10-0 SHP. Into the fourth, Burlingame is still in this game. Friedman throws a rainbow pass to Shapiro for a huge 30-yard gain to move the Panthers in the red zone. But again, this Gators defense comes up with another huge stop. The D-line applies the pressure to the quarterback. Buffington and Stevens sandwich the quarterback for another sack. Less than 10 in the fourth. Mitchell launches one into double coverage, but that's no problem when Shaw is the target who makes the catch. Gators add to the lead, and it's 17-0. Panthers trying to get on the board, but again, Buffington is looking like Aaron Donald for his 3rd sack of the game. What a night. Have yourself a game. Gators tag on another touchdown late and get the shutout victory after a big night from Buffington. Here's what he had to say after the game.
In the first couple of weeks, I wasn't getting to the quarterback quick enough.
but these last 3 weeks I've been able to pick it up, and I believe in the last 3 weeks I got almost 6 sacks, so I believe. So yeah, I've been able to pick it up through the season, and it's a blessing every time I get to that quarterback.
In Burlingame with the SunPower Electric game, I'm Ivan Garcia, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
1-2-3 Logan as the Colts take on American. The Colts get off to a hot start. First quarter, Tiago Garotti swims near the 5-meter line, lobs it up, and his shot finds the back of the net. Just under 5 minutes left in the quarter, Justin Farmer sends a pass over to his right wing, Aryan Beirut, who winds and fires for the goal. 2-0 James Logan after 1. But the Eagles storm back second frame. Eric Gunn finds an open Hadi Asanen, who skips it in to put the Eagles on the board. And the Eagles outscored the Colts 9-1 in the second quarter, which includes this nice goal from behind the 5-meter line from Avery Ramirez. 9-3 Eagles at the half. Third quarter, American pulling away. Jonathan Kung with a defender on him. Passes it to Donovan C. And C. His shot attempt is good. Eagles up 14-5 after 3. And to put the icing on the cake, Hassanen with just the goalie to beat, and number 14 rockets it home for one of his 5 goals in the game. The Eagles remain in first place at 5-0 in the Mission Valley League, beating James Logan 16-8.
The Los Gatos girls water polo team is having a great season.
Yeah, the girls are really good. They were talking about it with our Jake Vanderbrook this week at the LEXUS Center.
We are here at the LEXUS Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the girls varsity water polo team from Los Gatos High School. Make some noise! We're going to start off with Carly Frangia, who has 68 goals on the season thus far. Talk about the expectations with this program and how you guys have been able to achieve them so far. You guys are 10-0 in league play. What makes this team so special?
I think that just like being able to have each other's backs, like we're like a family, we all just like support each other and we're all there for each other. So as long as we do whatever we can to have each other's backs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to head over to Rachel Stevens, junior goalie. So Rachel, just talk about how special this team is and just the fact that this is one of the best teams in the Bay Area.
Well, as a goalie, of course, I love defense, and I think our team has such a good understanding of that. Defense wins games, goals get points, and then defense really is what brings it home. That's why we're so good. We have such a strong defense. So many of our players are so great. This is such a good team, and yay, we're awesome. They're awesome. I love these guys.
Finally, I'm gonna make my way over to Lily Van Putten. Now, Lily, you're a senior. You know, what are you gonna miss the most playing water polo for this Los Gatos team?
I'm gonna miss our everyday music at the pool deck at practice, and I'm especially going to miss our team activities, whether that's going to the beach or our pasta feeds on every Monday.
Absolutely. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Now take us out with a cheer.
Coming up, back to the peninsula for Half Moon Bay and Menlo.
But first, here is this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for football.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. The Menlo Knights are having a fine season at 4-2, 1-0 in the Peninsula Bay Division.
The Knights meeting a very strong Half Moon Bay team in a game played at Menlo Friday afternoon.
Adrian Soriano here in Menlo as the Knights take on Half Moon Bay. The Cougars looking to get on the board first, but the pass is picked off by Ty Richardson, and Ty will scamper in for the touchdown, 7-0 Menlo. Half Moon Bay would tie it up at 7 later in the quarter, but Menlo retakes the lead here. Handed to Ty Richardson, who juggles the ball for a bit, shed the tackle, and he is gone! 65 yards to the house, and it's 13-7 Menlo after 1. Second quarter now, and Dio Lucido gets the handoff on the sweep, and Dio will run it in for a touchdown, 14-13 Cougars. Then later in the quarter, Liam Harrington fires and hits Dio Lucido, who makes a diving catch in the end zone, 24-13 Cougars at the half. Half Moon Bay adds on in the second half. Give it to Harrison Tobias, and Harrison shed the tackle, runs on the far sideline, and Harrison is gone! 61 yards to pay dirt as the Cougars take a 31-16 lead. But Menlo answers back. Jack Bianchi airs it out deep to Charlie King, who makes the catch on his back. The Knights punch it in a couple plays later, 31-23 Half Moon Bay. The Knights get the ball back after a turnover. Bianchi hits Brady Jung in the end zone, 31-29 Cougars. Half Moon Bay responds on the other end. It's PJ Modena with the carry, and PJ muscles his way in for the score, 38-29 Cougars after 3. Fourth quarter now, and it's Modena with the carry again, and PJ powers in for his second TD of the game, 45-29 Half Moon Bay. Menlo trying to stay in it. Bianchi passes to Ty Richardson, who shed the tackle, jukes the defender, and scampers in for the touchdown, 45-36 Cougars. But Half Moon Bay answers with another Theo Lucido rushing touchdown as the Cougars win it 53-42 to go to 2-0 in the Peninsula Bay League.
The Harker School helps us honor the people who mentor the high school stars we feature each week.
Here's running back Sal Espinoza from Lincoln honoring his family.
It would be my family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, they did a lot for me to support me, and I just like to thank them, and my coaches too. They helped me with my game a lot. I like to thank them.
Ready back of the year! Yeah!
Brought to you by the Harker School. Last weekend, the Harker community came together for the second annual Harker Day, featuring food, games, student performances, and more. The school's Athletic Hall of Fame also added 3 more athletes and its 2007 girls varsity volleyball team. The main event was the evening's homecoming game, which Harker won 48-20. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the Aragon Dons, down 2-0. They come back and win the next 3 straight, and they were pretty happy about it. Go to DGDG.com to see how you can be a happy car buyer. Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
I'm Cindy Bianchi. I play college water polo for Pomona Pitzer, and I love the Rikus Center. They motivate me to get stronger. Even on days I don't feel like it, the community is amazing. And so with that, I'm really excited to announce the Cal High Training Tip of the Week.
I'm Andrew Havili. Today's training tip is a single leg land and load. Shay's gonna step off the box and land on one foot, making sure she lands stable, the knee doesn't fall in, she doesn't lose balance. Go ahead one more time. Make sure we also land flat-footed, ready to jump again.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week each week.
First off, we will show you some contenders and then name the play that we thought was the best of the best.
Play of the Week.
We start off at San Jose City College for Bellarmine's Noel Diaz with this incredible pick. How about Menlo's Carter King making the catch from his back? What a play! But the play of the week goes to Vivian Golub from Sacred Heart Prep with this incredible backhand shot. Let's see it in slow-mo now. Vivian Golub, you just won the play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our show for this week.
Are you mimicking me?
No, I'm mimicking this guy on TikTok, this cooking guy. Well, who does
Oh, you're on TikTok now.
all the time.
All right, well, that was the Play of the Week, and that's our show for this week.
Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Stay right there. We have the big matchup with Folsom and Del Oro coming up next on 49ers Sac-hi Sports.